This guy is, he's found himself some minutes.
Encore from a triple overtime game. Guys going with ferocity under duress of the clock. Russ mishandles it.
Et bonjour à toutes et à tous, on se retrouve aujourd'hui sur NBA 2K19 pour le début de notre carrière. Alors je passe directement à l'entrée en NBA et donc là j'ai le choix entre plusieurs équipes. Plus on descend, moins il y a d'intérêt des équipes et moins il y a d'argent à se faire et moins notre statut est important. Donc je vais déjà choisir une équipe là-dedans. Donc moi je commence tout de suite par le NBA. Je commence pas par le prélude parce que le prélude je pense que tout le monde le connaît maintenant. Je l'ai joué, j'ai créé un ailier fort comme personnage. J'ai joué tout le prélude. Le prélude j'ai gagné pas mal de VC et j'en ai gagné aussi des VC notamment grâce à l'application MyNBA 2K sur iOS. Donc j'ai des sous à dépenser dans mon personnage. Alors choix d'équipe. Donc les 4 premières c'est la même chose, c'est 20 minutes, on est remplaçant principal, on est payé 1000 VC par match. Alors dans les 4 là il y aurait les Lakers, mais étant donné que j'ai créé un ailier fort, j'ai pas trop envie d'aller aux Lakers. Là c'est 2 minutes de moins et 10 VC de moins en remplaçant décisif, mais c'est les Thunders. Et j'avoue que j'hésite plus entre les Thunders, les Rockets. Donc moi je vais tenter d'aller aux Thunders. Parce que j'ai pas envie d'aller à LA, j'ai pas envie d'aller à Phoenix, j'ai pas envie d'aller à Miami, ni à Boston. Boston Celtics déjà j'aime pas parce que voilà, j'aime pas le vert. Et après dans les couleurs qui me plaisent, je suis plus bleu-violet, donc voilà. Ok. On peut faire une contre-offre, mais je vais pas faire de contre-offre, je vais accepter ce qu'on me propose, comme ça je suis sûr que ça marche. Voilà. Donc du coup, on va commencer notre carrière, notre réelle carrière. Alors pendant le prélude et grâce à l'application MyNBA 2K19 donc sur iOS comme j'ai dit, j'ai gagné des VC et des VC j'en ai gagné normalement à peu près 14 000 et quelques.
Hey, appreciate you meeting with me.
Yeah, you can thank my agent for that.
Yeah? He happened to mention why I wanted to sit down?
Nah, you know, just told me to keep an open mind.
Si je dois parler du prélude, je dirais que c'était très
Well, you moving to a new
intéressant.
spot.
J'espère que les prochains
couple weeks back.
2K sauront rendre le mode carrière
I still remember
encore
my
plus
first
intéressant que
check,
ça.
man. Had the little Knicks
Mais
logo on
c'était
the
très
top
intéressant
corner.
de voir les
Next day, I
péripéties
went
de
out and
notre
bought me a watch
personnage
for Frosty.
en commençant
3 weeks later,
déjà
on the
en
road to
n'étant pas
Miami,
drafté,
hit up
donc
Nancy
déjà il a
post
pris un
game.
coup.
Next morning,
Ensuite il
woke
a
up,
été envoyé en Chine à Shanghai, il a fait quelques
Doing
matchs,
large,
il a été
gone.
ensuite transféré
You heard her insurance?
à Los Angeles, il devait jouer avec
I
les
thought I was
South
gonna play forever.
Base
like Vince Carter,
Lakers.
collecting a paycheck
Et
and a pitch.
finalement il y a eu un échange pour de la bouffe. Et
Last
il
thing
s'est
I remember was
retrouvé,
James
à
Harden's
Fort
grin.
Wayne. À Fort Wayne, il a eu
He
des
hit me with that
péripéties,
half
il s'est fait
cross, half
virer
carry thing he likes to do, and I'm waiting for the step back.
à
And
cause de
next thing I
Marcus
see,
Young, un des personnages qui
Black.
nous détestait.
woke up and
Et
see
puis on a
this.
eu la chance de
I'm
notre
sitting
vie
there with a
en
Bible on
jouant
my lap while the doctor
aux
told
Los
her that I
Angeles,
had hypertrophic
Lakers.
cardiomyopathy.
pour remplacer
His heart
leur
muscles
ailier
were
fort
so
et pour
swollen, blood couldn't pass through no more.
que cette équipe puisse se qualifier en playoff.
Doctor told me I could never play ball
On a
again.
été
It's the worst day of my
par
life.
Corey Harris,
hoop
un des
It was
personnages
my identity, man. It was my reason.
importants du prélude.
After that, man, I just
Et
spun
donc
out,
du coup,
you know?
Après tous ces
Try to reach
péripéties,
out, you know, all the dudes from around the league that you'd expect.
on atterrit
Oh, try to make them
donc
feel better, but I wasn't hearing them.
en NBA. Et donc là,
Was
comme
long
vous avez
before I
pu
was
voir,
back
j'ai
in my mama's
signé
crib in
pour
Jersey.
aller chez les
Same single bed,
Thunders.
flat broke. It's amazing how quick the cheese
Et
melts.
donc du coup là, on se retrouve dans notre appart. On est en pleine discussion
Humbling. Comes for us all.
avec un autre personnage. Je sais
Matter
pas
of fact,
comment
I
il
still
s'appelle.
remember the first time I saw you playing the Dykeman. You was a freshman. So cocky,
Mais
you make
d'après
LeVar
ce qu'on peut
Ball
voir
blush.
pour cet appart,
Oh, all right.
ça
So that's why you
ressemble
took my ankles, huh?
fortement au Touquet 18.
Man, I remember. People still send me
Il
gifts
y a
of
un
that.
petit rafraîchissement,
That's
on va
why you
dire.
so salty,
Mais,
huh? Man, you
pas
are
grand-chose de plus, hein,
competitive.
pour
I
rester
get it.
dans
No one
dans
likes to
l'appart,
clown it.
c'est comme d'habitude, hein, l'entrée
Man, the
de-
reason I did that though, man, you was out there stealing my shine, man. I couldn't just relinquish the crown, man. It's Dykeman,
I know, man.
il
They
y a
never
toujours
let you
un grand
forget.
terrain
right?
que je suppose qu'on va pas pouvoir modifier tout de suite, qu'il va falloir avoir un
So
certain
we
niveau.
good?
Yeah, man, we good.
All right. See, the real reason I'm here, I want to manage you.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Yo, man, have you ever managed?
I mean, technically, you're the first player I've ever even approached about this. But wait. You know, the last few years, I was coaching AAU, and I was finishing up my finance degree. You know, I've been paying my dues.
Look, I don't know, man. Like, what's an undrafted free agent even need with a manager? You know, agent and lawyer got me covered.
No. Listen, they're deal makers. I handle the day to day. I'm talking media, endorsements. For instance, how much you paying for this crib, huh?
I don't know, 6.
6. It's a new apartment building over on
Bon,
Park.
du
It's
coup, on
going to
vient à
let you
peine de
live there
débarquer
rent
en-
free if you just mention them on social media.
En NBA que le
I
mec
got
veut
a
déjà
car
être
dealership
notre
and
agent.
a furniture warehouse is willing to do the same thing. That's a new crib and a new car gratis. I mean, it might not be glamorous, but listen, you gotta think about this. Do you want to be the kid with the frosty wrist? Or the one with the diversified portfolio, huh?
Pour l'instant, je veux pas diversifier mes
Look,
placements, je veux juste augmenter les stats de
Our
mon
paths
personnage.
wouldn't even pass the sobriety test. But we made it back. You survivors. The real ones. Just imagine what we could do together, man. That's all I'm asking.
On est obligé de donner une réponse ou pas? Non. Bon, bah, je vois que déjà dans,
Imagine it,
que
man.
dans Touquet 19 par rapport à Touquet 18, on a les mêmes pompes, le même jogging, le même haut quand on débute.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to think about it. I'm in.
Ah ouais. Direct, il est d'accord. Ok, donc ben du coup voilà l'appart hein, qui a pas trop changé. Alors ça c'est comme d'habitude. Là on a le placard. Ok, le placard on n'y a pas accès. D'accord, donc on n'a pas grand chose pour le moment. Mais bon, ils ont juste rafraîchi l'appart quoi. Alors, au niveau du téléphone, comment ça se passe? Message. Pour l'instant, on n'en a pas. Réseaux sociaux. Pour l'instant, il n'y a rien. Et qui est en ligne? Donc ça, oui, c'est par rapport à ceux qu'on connaît. Et puis ça, c'est le reste de l'équipe des Thunders. Mon terrain est ouvert aux amis. Ouais. Et donc voilà, du coup, ah bah, le premier match, ce sera déjà contre les Warriors. Ça va déjà être tendu. Ok, donc du coup, équipe NBA, ça clignote, c'est quelque chose de nouveau. Demander transfert, il faut avoir joué 10 matchs. Ok, ouais, ça c'est au cas où si on veut se barrer quoi. Bon, si on a signé au Thunder, c'est pas pour se barrer. Hein. Minutes, donc quand j'aurai 18 minutes, on serait numéro 8. Donc ça, c'est l'effectif. Non, nous, on a un niveau de 60. Parce que on n'a pas encore augmenté nos stats. Alors, options... Attributs, voilà. C'est ici que je vais pouvoir augmenter. Donc voilà, j'ai 14 606 VC. Donc maintenant que je suis en NBA, je vais pouvoir augmenter les stats. Il nous manque un tout petit peu de VC pour pouvoir vraiment augmenter comme j'aurais voulu. Mais c'est pas grave, on va déjà utiliser 14 426 VC pour augmenter tout ce que vous pouvez voir là. Ce qui nous fera passer 3 niveaux puisqu'on sera déjà au niveau 63 au lieu du niveau 60. Donc c'est parti, 14 426 VC qui vont partir. Ça fait qu'il nous en reste 180. 180, on va vérifier normalement, on peut absolument rien faire avec. Non, avec 180 ici, on peut rien faire au niveau des stats. Donc vous voyez, hein, j'ai créé un ailier fort qui a pour compétence principale la défense et la compétence secondaire le tir à 3 points. Donc gardien du panier, excellent tireur. Je tire pas extrêmement bien, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Donc voilà, objectif carrière en cours. Bon, ça c'est pas encore maintenant. Niveau des insignes pendant le prélude. Donc ça, c'est ce que vous pouvez voir, ce que j'ai amélioré, ce que j'ai réussi à améliorer du moins. Donc j'ai débloqué l'insigne costaud, rebondeur efficace, gardien du panier, que j'ai en bronze du coup. Et c'est à peu près tout. Ouais. Le reste c'est en cours. Sinon il y avait quoi? Ça je l'utilise pas. Ok, donc voilà. Mon joueur, contrat publicitaire, donc c'est quoi ça? Contrat publicitaire national. Valeur marchande B. Inauguration de la boutique d'ablement. On recevrait 500 VC. 1000 supporters. Ok. Séance photo. Automobile. C'est pareil. 500, 1000. Est-ce qu'on peut faire les deux ou est-ce qu'il faut en choisir qu'un? Ça je sais pas. On va choisir celui-ci. Votre chèque est disponible dans le bureau de votre agent. Ok. On peut faire les deux apparemment. Ok. Ça c'est pas mal parce que du coup on gagne 1000 VC. 2000 il n'y a rien d'autre pour l'instant. Et 2000 supporters. groupe, c'est quoi ça? Créer un groupe classement non. Pro AM non. Équipe NBA ok. Stats de ligue ok. Donc le premier match ce sera contre les Warriors. Donc on a encore 1000 VC à récupérer. Avec une VC on peut augmenter un peu. On peut augmenter un peu de stats, donc on va aller chercher les ici. Ah, on a notre premier message sur notre téléphone. Nickel. Tu as les ici pour moi, toi. Passe à mon bureau pour le récupérer, tu sais où il se trouve. Et évidemment, j'en ai aucune idée, mais c'est pas grave. Ok. Alors, AI signe un contrat avec un partenaire automobile, ouais, et l'autre truc, ok. Et ça, on s'en fout pour le moment. Du coup, il est pas loin de l'hôtel. Ok. Donc normalement on a 1000 VC à récupérer.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Veronica, Nikyl's partner. Check for you.
Merci.
great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ah ouais, ok, d'accord. 500 et 500. Ah c'est cool ça, ils ont mis un petit truc carrément le chèque quoi. Ça fait un peu plus vrai. Alors 1180. Je vais monter un peu de truc quand même. On va pas pouvoir augmenter 50 millions de choses. Mais il faut qu'on a des valeurs. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est comme d'habitude, quand j'ai pas beaucoup de VC et que je veux augmenter les stats de mon personnage, je fais ça, je mets un dans chaque. Et ensuite, je vire les grosses sommes au fur et à mesure. Après, 1039, allez hop, on va améliorer ça, il nous restera 141 pour le prochain coup. Ok, donc nous on va passer aux choses sérieuses et on va commencer notre carrière en NBA avec ce premier match contre les Golden State Warriors. Un premier match donc contre Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everyone. From Ernie, Shaq, and Kenny, we're all looking forward to the same thing, the first game of the regular season. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City, we've heard from their players, coach...
Allez, c'est parti. Bon, on est remplaçant, donc ça c'est sûr. Allez, on va jouer aux côtés de Paul George. Changer d'accessoires, chaussures. Générique, jour de match, générique. Je sais pas d'autres trucs. Bon, ben on va se rendre sur le terrain, de toute façon, il n'y a plus que ça à faire. Premier match officiel, on va essayer de faire quelque chose de bien. Quand on sera sur le terrain, on va prendre des décisions de merde.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge. Bill, since they drafted Steph Curry, the Warriors' fortunes have really changed. Would you call him the most important pick in the history of that franchise?
I would veer it a different way. I think it's one of the most important missed picks in the history of the NBA, because for two reasons. One, because the Timberwolves had the two picks right before and passed them both times, and took 2 point guards, neither of whom was named Stephen Curry. So that was amazing. The pick after him was the New York Knicks, and if he had gone there, you can make the case that, you know, he saves the Knicks. Or you can make the case that maybe he gets hurt wherever he goes. This is somebody that had really, really bad ankle injuries and was lucky enough to be in an organization in Silicon Valley where he got the right kind of treatment and thought about these new wave ways to treat his ankles. He relearned how he ran.
Core was strengthened.
He strengthened his core and basically took pressure off his ankles, where if he'd come up in the 1980s, maybe he plays 5 years and he's out of the league. And my point is, if he goes to the Timberwolves or goes to the Knicks, he probably gets hurt, and we probably know Stephen Curry is the guy who got out on Davidson for 2 years.
And a bust in the NBA, right?
Yeah, or not a bust, or like a what-if guy. Like, oh, man, it's too bad that guy got hurt. And instead he goes to the Warriors. So
well said.
Really a great what-if pick. He has so many bad what-ifs, and this was the perfect what-if.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Robertson and George fill out the wings. AI is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. And Cousins kicks to Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 9. George with a screen on Bell. In the corner, it's Felton. That one's good from the corner. Felton's got his first points in this one. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year. probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 17?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington, and then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. The triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Curry passes to Livingston. There's a good screen. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Livingston. 9 points for Steph Curry.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
Iguodala with the steal. Stolen by George. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Felton inside the three-point line. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. Steph Curry talks about what makes Coach Steve Kerr so unique as he
genuinely cares about what's going on.
That's a good way of putting it, isn't it? Look here for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Bell. Green comes in for Jerebko. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. AI comes in for Patrick Patterson. Paul George, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. So for Oklahoma City right now, on the wings, Abrinas and George. Steven Adams is out there with AI. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Thunder trailing by 11. And here's George for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, we knew that Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from the time he has stepped between the lines on the NBA level.
It's George on the wing. There's a minute 45 left in the first half.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outside Westbrook. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's now 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on Go Celtics.
You can't root on these people.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
There's always a spirited discussion when Bill's involved. Not afraid to share his personal views.
Yes, Kevin, he has broken the internet once or twice. This guy is no stranger to controversy. But I will say this, he is passionate about the NBA.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for the Thunder. Curry dishes to Durant. Banked in off the glass. Durant's got 7.
Well, we know Kevin Durant can score from all 3 levels. That one a chippy for him.
Here's Little. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And just looking back at AI and how he started his NBA career, what a way to make an entrance into the league in a pressure-packed situation, Greg, like this.
Yeah, and a lot of players would have been overwhelmed, but AI was instrumental in getting the win and helping the team secure a playoff berth. What an incredible moment it was for him in an NBA debut.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
Very hard to match the speed of Russell Westbrook. He's got change of speed and blow-by ability.
Curry against Westbrook. Now Curry. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a close. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard. Some changes for Golden State. Jordan Bell's checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Green. And it's Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. AI comes in for George. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And straight isolation basketball doors, something we used to see a lot more. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, that's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off, right? Because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Iguodala out there with Jerebko, and it's Bell in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors 5. Warriors leading by 9 and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's wing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation.
Yes.
They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
He never backs down. Thanks, David. There's the pick. Bell with a screen on Schroeder. Iguodala outside. Shot clock at 5. Shot off the pick. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Back to AI. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you look at the lineup for the reigning champs. When healthy, this team starts 5 all-star players at every position.
And even with Boogie coming back from a devastating injury, this team is scary. People immediately called it the best team ever assembled. Not at the front office, but the Warriors players still have to prove they are the best ever on the floor this season.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Warriors. The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
You can see the bind a defender is in when trying to check Klay Thompson. He's a lights-out shooter, which means you have to close. But the other thing is you don't want to foul him too much, guys, because he's a knockdown free throw shooter, too.
AI kicks to George. Adams sets the pick for George. Stolen by Thompson. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. 3 seconds left, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Oklahoma City called for the foul.
Well, the veteran leadership, the unselfish.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good competition with the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this.
On va attendre d'arriver à 3-4 minutes d'ici pour augmenter le stade du joueur.
AI, we've got an interview request for you. Come with me.
Déjà une demande d'interview. C'est un peu n'importe quoi.
AI, Griff Bryant, thanks for talking with me. Great game tonight.
Thank you. Yeah. Of course.
So, considering this was just your first game, I'd say you held your own. How did it feel to contribute right away?
La fait d'avoir participé. On va remercier les coéquipiers.
Oh man, you know, it was great. You know, my teammates been really amazing, just helpful, giving me advice on whatever the NBA is going to throw at me. And, you know, it makes me looking forward to contribute to whatever I can do, you know, even just a little bit.
After college, you spent some time in China and then in the G League. The NBA must feel like a whole new world.
You know, sort of. Like, we still playing basketball, and I'm still part of the team, you know, like I was in Shanghai and Fort Wayne. My time in both those places taught me a lot about what it means to be a teammate, and I just look forward to using that knowledge to help us get some W's.
That's refreshing to hear from someone who just finished their first game of the season. Listen, thanks again, AI, and congrats on the strong debut.
Thank you.
Thanks, Griff. AI, you're good to
Pas
go.
grand chose à féliciter, on n'a pas fait grand chose pour l'instant. Ça c'est un peu prématuré comme une interview déjà. Ok, donc on n'a pas de message pour le moment. Ok, bon ça c'est le truc habituel, hein. Il n'y a rien de vraiment nouveau sur... Ok, donc on va s'arrêter là pour cette première vidéo un peu longue, même si on n'a pas trop joué, mais on a vu à peu près où on en était. Et donc on se retrouvera très prochainement pour d'autres matchs. Donc je sais pas combien j'en ferai exactement par vidéo ce coup-ci. L'année dernière j'en faisais 2 par match, enfin deux matchs par vidéo. Peut-être que là j'en ferai plus parce que je fais des matchs de 4x5 et pas de 4x2. Sur ce, je vous dis à bientôt. Salut à tous.